In the heart of South Dakota, an American icon is found in the wild.
What words come to mind when you see a bison?
Majestic.
Bison weigh up to 2,000 pounds, but big doesn't mean slow. They can run up to 35 miles an hour.
When you just look at how their mass structure is developed, like they are made to be a powerful animal.
Around 1,300 bison roam free here at Custer State Park. Range ecologist Bailey Eichel is with them every day.
Bison are the original grazers out here, so that just feels like home when you have something that was meant to be here.
But bison once roamed from the West Coast to what is now Washington, D.C.
Something we have no grasp of what that would be today. There's no comparison.
No, it would be an epic thing to see. It would be one of the great wildlife migrations of the world right here on this continent.
An exhibit on bison and their role in the 250-year history of the United States recently opened at the National Museum of Natural History in Washington. For Native Americans, the bison were not just a source of food. Kirk Johnson is the museum's director.
For the Plains Indians, the bison was everything. They saw themselves as the same thing. You are what you eat.
But as the young United States expanded west, Native Americans were seen as a roadblock, and that literally put bison in the crosshairs.
You can listen to or read writings of the American U.S. Army in the 1870s saying one way to win the Indian Wars is to kill all the bison. So you take away the food, you take away the Indian. And so it was this double Holocaust.
Before the 1800s, it's estimated 30 to 60 million bison lived across the continent. But the so-called Great Slaughter from 1820 to 1880 decimated the population, and by the 1890s, less than 1,000 bison remained.
The extermination of the bison was insanely fast.
The country realized the bison had to be saved. Thanks to conservation efforts, the population is now up to around 400,000. Most herds are privately owned, but some are publicly managed, like in South Dakota.
Getting to come here and work and make sure that these animals are healthy on the landscape so that my kids can see the bison, and then hopefully their kids will get to see the bison in that same way is really important.
In many ways, the bison stand as a symbol of the United States, tested, yet resilient.
And one of the challenges the bison are dealing with this year here in South Dakota is this especially dry season, which means these bison that you see here behind me, Mike and Brittany, will have to walk a few miles a day to try and find green grass, shelter, and some water if they can.
Yeah, they're amazing creatures, Reuben. I was living and working in Wyoming at the time and camping in Yellowstone when several of them came up to our car and just stopped us in our tracks. It was like one of the most terrifying and amazing moments of my life, and that's where I got this little stress ball or stress buffalo. And now I've kept it on my desk ever since then. Reuben, I'll send you a picture of this later. It's really
Please,
cute.
you should send that to Reuben. I mean, I was getting kind of nervous for him when he was in the back of that pickup truck.
No
and
joke.
They can run, like we heard Reuben say, 35 miles an hour. What was that like?
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, there is a thumb test that you're supposed to do. And if the bison is outside of the thumb, you're too close. We were too close in the truck, but
Yeah.
we were with the park rangers here, so we felt pretty safe. I will tell you, though, it made me and my videographer, Lee, a little bit nervous. There was one bison that gave us the stink eye. I quickly was moving very quickly away, and we got the heck out of there.
Glad you
Glad to see you're
survived.
standing.
Yeah.